We're going to show how to synchronize a project created with RhinoLands in Rhino 8 with D5 render. We need to have both Rhino and D5 render installed. In addition, we need to download the Live Sync plugin from the official D5 render website. We download it by clicking the link and install it. Once installed, when we open Rhino, the D5 render floating synchronization toolbar will appear automatically. I currently have a project open in the Rhino interface, created with RhinoLands by Stéphanie Thomas. If we work with the simplified RhinoLands interface, the floating toolbar will also appear there. To start the synchronization, we press the first button. To show the result, I already have D5 render open, but if it is not running, the command will automatically launch it. Within a few seconds, the entire model will be visible in the D5 render viewport. For better performance during this process, it is recommended to work using faster display modes such as wireframe or shaded. By default, the cameras are synchronized, so any camera movement we perform in one viewport is reproduced in the other. If we need to stop camera synchronization, we right-click the fourth icon. To reactivate it, we left-click the same button and the connection is restored. The toolbar also includes an icon to transfer saved cameras from Rhino. This allows any views saved in the Named Views panel to be imported into D5 render, where they appear in the left panel for easy access. In addition to the views imported from Rhino, if we modify or create new views, we can save them as new scenes using the Add Scene icon or update existing ones using the Update icon that appears next to each saved scene. Regarding materials, D5 detects all elements, whether or not they already have a material assigned in Rhino, including terrain partitions generated in RhinoLands. To assign or change a material, we select one from the Assets library. For example, I'll choose a rusty metal. If we haven't used this material before, we first need to download it using the lower right icon. Once downloaded, a green checkmark appears. We select the material, close the Asset library, and click on the object to apply it. We press Escape to finish the assignment if we don't want to apply the same material to other elements. Once applied, we can adjust its properties in the left panel. I'll change the base color to a copper tone and reduce the metallic finish so it reads better. If we want to copy a material to other elements, we use the duplicate option at the top of the right panel and select the objects we want to apply the same appearance to. With the material set, we can adjust the project lighting. D5 offers 3 options. The first uses sun positioning, adjusting its height, and north orientation. The second is custom, with parameters such as intensity, altitude, and azimuth. The third option is selecting an HDRI. In the first 2 options, we can also customize the sky appearance by choosing cloud types and adjusting their density and coverage. In addition to clouds, we can add weather effects such as fog, rain, or snow. Since we're looking at climate-related aspects, it's important to remember that any change made in the Rhino viewport is automatically updated in the D5 render viewport. This also allows us to visualize vegetation in different seasons. The fastest way to do this is to temporarily disable synchronization, change the season in the RhinoLands document properties, for example to spring, wait for it to load, and then re-enable live synchronization. Before resynchronizing, I'll also set the plants to the highest level of detail. Keep in mind that D5 imports the geometry visible in the Rhino viewport. Plants in RhinoLands have different quality levels for viewport and render. For better results, we select the plants most relevant to the final render, such as those closest to the camera or with greater visual presence, and set their realistic detail level to the highest value. I then resynchronize the project to visualize these changes in seasonality and level of detail. With these adjustments, we can show how a landscape project will look across different seasons. I'll stop making changes at this point. Now, I'll disable synchronization and close the Rhino window and move on to exporting images. We click on Image, adjust the camera if needed, for example, the focal length or field of view. We select the aspect ratio and resolution or define a custom size. We choose the channels to export and click Render. We select the file name and folder to save the image, and once the render is complete, we'll have our final image ready.